Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about why I decided to pursue dentistry. I always knew since a very young age that I always loved to help people, and my parents being Asian, me wanting to help people, I'm going to become a doctor. So at first I decided to go into pre-med. I learned some things that I really didn't like that much about medicine. Of course it was very intriguing and I was excited to start. Mainly my job was to restock items and comfort patients when the doctors weren't in the room. Although I enjoyed working there, I found it a little depressing and stressful, the environment. The doctors are working such long hours and they're under constant stress with life and death situations, especially in the emergency room. And I found myself being affected by it in a negative way because I like to be happy and a positive person. Having patients constantly coming into the ER that had serious health issues or in life or death situations and really in a lot of pain made me a little bit depressed. That was a clear sign that I couldn't go into medicine. Well, I could, except I wouldn't be happiest going into medicine. It was actually between my freshman and sophomore year of college where I decided to look into other health professions. So my top choices after doing some searches on Google was either dentistry or optometry. I found those two really intriguing, so I went out and I started shadowing. I started shadowing different dentists, different optometrists, and speaking to medical doctors as well for what their opinion was about the industries and which one would fit me best. So I shadowed 2 different dentists within that summer and 1 optometrist. When I shadowed the optometrist, she was a very nice lady. She took me in for a few days and I got to see her own office and how she interacted with patients and was giving eye exams after eye exams after eye exams after eye exams after eye exams, and I found it incredibly boring. Well, I decided it wasn't for me because it wasn't hands-on enough. I felt like I've been doing sports all my life and been athletic, and I think hopefully that my hand-eye coordination would be great and my tactile skills could be useful in my career. I couldn't see myself doing it long-term. However, on the other hand, when I shadowed the 2 dentists, the first dentist I shadowed was a periodontist and he had his shit together. Like, this man was so impressive. He was scheduling patients in like 5 at a time and still meeting all of their needs and being able to attend to each one of them. And then he was teaching me about the business side of dentistry. The optometrist actually pointed me towards dentistry. And so did the doctors I talked to, and so did the dentists I talked to. They all pointed me towards dentistry, saying dentistry was the best career to get into. There's still a bunch of opportunities to start your own business or take over a business or start a business with a colleague and grow it. And I've always been interested in business as well. I want to be my own boss and make my own hours. And he showed me how efficient he could fit in all these patients. So from a business standpoint, I was hooked. There's one procedure I saw where I forgot what it was, but he was cutting open this patient's gums with a laser. And the laser, you just saw the light and then the gums were literally being vaporized. It reminded me of Star Wars and a lightsaber, and I was like, I want to use that. Another important factor that pointed me towards dentistry instead of the medical field was how well you could build a relationship with your patients. When you go to the doctor, even if it's a family doctor, you're really not seeing them that often. And then if you go into an ER, you're really never gonna see them again. There's no great way to stay in contact and build a relationship. However, with the dentist, you go in, hopefully if you have insurance, 2, maybe 3 times every year, and if you have any problems, you're going in even more often. The dentist I shadowed while I was in college was a more elderly dentist, and his patients were elderly, and I could see just the connections he's made with these people over the decades. And that got me excited because as humans, we are very social people and we like to interact with one another. Within the financial realm of everything, you're gonna be financially independent. The job security for a dentist is somewhere around 2% unemployment, and that unemployment is, I believe it's called frictional unemployment. If you really want to find a job, you will get a job as a dentist. Another big aspect is work-life balance. So a full-time dentist only works around 35 or 36 hours per week. Compare that to a medical doctor who's working on average 60 hours a week. That's a big chunk of your time, and I want to be able to have my professional career, but also have spend time with my family and friends and having fun outside of the office. I also think it is extremely rewarding what dentists do. At least from my own personal experiences, I've seen people go to the dental office and actually have a good time and be happy with the results. You can bring people results sometimes within days. A huge aspect for me was always being able to help people. And I mean that more specifically as in, if you go into your doctor's office, some diseases you won't be able to catch and you'll get misdiagnosed, and you have to go through this whole process where there's uncertainty and you really don't know what you have for sure. If a patient comes to you in the dentistry career, almost 100% of the time, you're gonna be able to help them. If someone comes to you and literally all their teeth are knocked out, you're just gonna put in some implants or dentures in them. And if they come with crooked teeth, you'll straighten them, orthodontics. If they come in just for an aesthetic problem, so they think their teeth aren't white enough for the camera, you can fix that too. I like the optimistic prognosis for your patients. So what I want to end with is this quote that I heard years ago, and I don't know, I tried to find it and I can't figure out who said it, but it goes something like this. Don't try and find your passion. Find something you like and then develop it into a passion. I think this is a really important mindset going forward with your career, because so many people have the mindset of, oh, I need to find my passion. So they find something they're interested in, they don't like something about it, they have to face a challenge, and then they quit. And then they try and find something else, and then something else. And how I see it is, you should find something you like, and then when you pursue it, you stick with it and you get through those challenges, and then you invest more and more of your time into what you're trying to do or how you're trying to give back to society, and your passion doesn't come, but it grows. So with that, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm gonna be answering all of the comments, answering any questions you guys have. Please suggest what you wanna see in the next video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.